show you how I made this simple little box, and I've made this for a girl, so I've fancied this up a bit more, but I'm making the next one for, so just snipping the ribbon off. So this one that I'm going to make won't have any ribbon on, but just simple 4x4 cards and envelopes. It fits 10 in there, nice and neat, just very simple. I'm giving this as a gift to someone, so it's great for craft fairs, really. Let's not fiddle with that. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to need a piece of card that is, oh, I've not got my measure out. Oh dear. Sorry about that. It's because I've pre-scored and I didn't need my trimmer. Okay, so it's 6.5 by the length of your A4 card. So you're going to put it in your trimmer and you're going to score it on the 6.5 inch side. You're going to score it at 1 inch, and then you're going to rotate it 180 degrees and again score at 1 inch. Okay, then put it in on your A4 size length, and you're going to score that at 3.5. Then you're going to score it at 4.5. Then you're going to put it to 9, and then you're going to put it to 10, and that's all your scoring done. Okay, let's just pop that out of the way. So now we're going to burnish our score lines, so we're just gonna just fold and burnish all those. And there we go. There we go. That's it. And the side ones, I'm using shaded spruce. So this is shaded spruce. I'm using, just making it really, really simple. Okay, so where you've got the narrow end, you're going to just cut up that narrow end. So you're just going to cut up your score line down to the second score line. So that's going past the first and down to the second. You can do this on your trimmer if you want. So just going down to your second score line. Okay. And then we're going to just cut off this bit here. So that's that corner there, I'll show you. So we've just cut that off and we've got a tab there, and I'm just going to mitre that tab fractionally on either side. I haven't quite cut my, because I'm doing it in front of the camera, I'm going to spin it around so I can see better. Didn't actually cut the score line off, so to neaten it up I've just cut the score line. I'm going to repeat that on the other side. So we're going from cutting down this score line to the second score line. So just going to cut that down. So you could actually put Christmas DSP, and again we're cutting off just that first, bend that out of the way, first one. And then we're going to just mitre these slightly. Cut off, don't have to cut off a lot. Just mitre them. They're going to be the flaps, okay? And then we're going to come in. Now, did I do that? Let me just see which way I want it. it won't matter. So I'm going to cut in on these just to that first score line. So I'm cutting there and there. And then I'll just mitre them slightly. That's it. I'm just going to go in there a little bit more. Okay. And then repeat that on the other side. So I'm just going to go in as far as the score line. And again, in as far as the score line. And then I'm going to just mitre in. And just mitre in. There we go. Okay. Now, I hope you could see that. Sorry. It's going to fold up and they're going to tuck inside, so they'll tuck inside and then that one will go on the outside like that. So before we do that, I want you to take the narrow end. So you've got your narrow end, and I love our new trio punch. This is fantastic for all sorts of things. Makes tags really fast because you can just chop the corner off or do them fancy, stick in the middle, and voila, your tag's done. So that's brilliant. Okay, so I'm just going to look at my thing. No, it's that way, isn't it? I think it's that way. So I'm going to stick, so I've got the L shape like that, and put my card in and then press, and then flip your card over and stick your card in exactly the same way, and then you'll get the mirrored effect. Okay, so we'll just leave that like that for a minute. Now just got a piece that is 3 no, it's not, it's 4 3/8. So you want a piece that's of DSP 4 3/8 by 1 5/8. And then we just leave your punch in the same position, because we're just going to, let's make sure, just got to make sure that I've got it right. How did we have it? That, oh, I didn't move my punch, did I? So which way round did I have it? So make sure that's it, that way round. So I want it there. So just fiddle about to make sure that you're going to get the same angle. So I put my card in like that and then flipped it over to do it like that. So I need to hold it in the same position. So I've got that, and I'm going to put that in my punch and then flip it over to do the same. And then you will have mirrored what you've done like that. Okay, so I can pop that out of the way now. So we'll just glue this down with a equal increment. That looks a bit on the, yeah, I think that'll do fine. So we're just gonna glue this in position. Just giving that equal increment all the way round, and I'm happy. Let's pull it over a bit. Yep, there we go. Now you want, so that you want to make sure, if you've got directional, just flip it over so you can see that it's going the right way. And then we've got the back piece. So mine really, it's a square piece at the back, so I'm just seeing, I think I like it at that angle the best. So this piece is square, and this is 4 3/8 square. So it's 4 3/8 for the back. Just gonna glue that on. So just position your box how it would be when it stands up. So that's going to be equal increments all the way round. And then we've got one for the top, which is 7/8 by the 4 3/8. Did I say? I'll just double check. Yes, it's 4 3/8. So I'm just going to see which of my pieces I want. You want 3 of those pieces. I did cut it where, but I might have moved it. I'll go for that one. Yeah, just see which way you want it facing. So I'm just going to put that on there. Equal increments all the way round. And then bring the front. So the front's coming up, so just position it so you've got it the right way. And I seem to have lost my piece. Oh, where's that gone? Thought I'd got all my pieces. It's not, fell on the floor, sorry. I've prepared them already, and oh, it's because it's just flipped out of the way. So this is your 3 3/8. Sorry, 4 3/8. So that's the 4 3/8, and it's by 3 3/8. So again, just look at which way up you want it. I'm going to go for that way up, so I'm positioning it so I can see it's that way up, and then I'm just going to put some glue on the back. So great way to use up your old DSP. This was free in Celebration quite some time ago, so I'm using. You don't need to get new all the time, you can use what you've got. Okay, so now what we're going to do is bring in the bottom and just put plenty of glue on your tab, and then sit it up so you've got a nice right angle, and just hold it in position. Just going to hold it a second or two, and then I'll do that the same on the other. So we're going to bring the tab in. Mine's come undone because I need to hold it a little bit longer, and just put glue there, and then you just again bring that right angle up so that you've got it sitting. So I'm just going to bring that right angle up and just sit it at a right angle. I think it's getting tacky now, so it's going to sit okay. That's it. And then your 2 outer pieces, you're just going to put glue on the inside of those pieces, and again on the other side, and then we're just going to sit the box up and then close that. Just hold it for a second or two, and I'm just going to go in with my bone folder, press that down, spread the glue again on the other side, spread that glue. So, and the flaps just bend down. You've got a gap to be able to get in and out of your cars, and that's going to tuck over there nicely. Now leaving those flaps gives it a nicer finish at your edges there. So now, as I told you, we needed 3 of those pieces that were 4 3/8 by 7/8. So we're going to stick the other 2. So decide on which way, if your paper is directional, that you want. I'm just going to stick these on the side. Just make sure you've got equal increments all the way around. And then again on the other side. That's fine. No, I think I'll have it going that way, I think. So again, make sure you've got equal increments all the way around the side. So now for your cards, I'm not going to make the cards, I'm just going to explain how I did them. A normal, well, actually, I will cut the card bases out. So you want a piece of A4 size, and you know me, I usually work in inches, but I've discovered that working in oh, where's my blade gone? Never mind, I'll use my thing. So I'm going to work in centimetres for this because I found it does better even cards. So you're going to get 3 out of 1 A4 sheet. So you just want to put this in at 10.5. So 10.5 centimetres. So just put that in there. I'm just going to use my bone folder if it'll work. And you're just going to score down that line. Has it done it? Yep. Not done it so much at the top. So I'm just going to gently, that's better. Okay, so score down that 10.5 and then just turn it to your A4 length, and we're going to cut now. So we're going to cut at 9.9 centimetres. So that's 9.9 centimetres. So just get that at 9.9 centimetres and cut. And the next one, 9.9 centimetres and cut. And then you've got 3 even cards to do for your cards that fit in the box. So then all you've got to do is just burnish all your score marks, and then just get any of your Christmassy paper. And I probably went back to my inches for this, and I did it 3 7/8 by let me put that 3 7/8 by 3 3/4 for my mat. Sorry, I was completely out of there. So the mat, I've made it 3 7/8 for the width across, and then it was 3 7/8, and then 3 3/4 for the length going down. And all I did, we had this free again, DSP, last year, and so I just made a mat. I cut the fox out. This Santa hat was from that the pet one, don't know, like Santa Claus or something it might have been called, I'm not sure. So I just put a Santa hat, just coloured it in with my my pens, not the markers, the alcohol ones. My brain's gone blank. And I just used our tree punch. I'm not sure whether you can still get that, cut out. Now, something I've done with the tree punch this year, not getting it all the way in. If you've got scraps of DSP that's suitable for trees, just stick it in as far as it'll go and punch it. And then put your animal just slightly over so that the trunk would be there, but I've covered it so you can't see where the trunk will go. So that is smaller than the actual punch. So it's very, very simple. My Merry Christmas was still available in clearance, is a beautiful card set, and it's escaped me to Joy of Sharing. That's it. It's called Joy of Sharing. and it's got this lovely Merry Christmas, and it's got I've put on, because it's a children's one, I've done again gone back to the pet one, and I've Santa Claus is coming to town. But if you were wanting to do these for adults, because you do these just as easily for adults, there is a lovely sentiment in that set as well. You could set make your own DSP, which I have done. Let's see if I can quickly. No, I can't. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's it. I made this my own DSP using that set, because it's got this lovely cone in it. It's got your berries, and it's got your lovely leaves. A set that, as I say, it's in clearance. I think it's like £13.20, something like that. And it is well worth getting, because the amount of stuff that you got in it, it's a kit to make. I think I don't know whether there were 12 or 15 cards in it. I'm sure there was, but the actual stuff, if you look back over my videos, you'll see that kit I'm still using the stuff with it, because you got that much that I made, I think, 50 odd cards. And I'm still going strong, because I'm sure there's still some of the punch outs with it, because you got so many. Because I probably altered it slightly to what they did, so it made it go further. All you're doing is adding your own card to it. And as I say, this is just photocopied paper that I've done these images on, and it works out fantastic. So if you was wanting to do this for adult cards, you could just cut your you're going to get 6 out, so you get 6 out of this, and you could just leave it like that with just Merry Christmas in. So that's just a very simple way of doing your cards. So they fit in, so let's just pick them up. The cards fit in the box. So there's my 10 cards. Well, I'll just show you. So I did a special one for the teacher. So I added some gold, and I just used our punch that we've got to punch out these and just arrange them in for, again, old DSP. And that's part of the paper that you could just punch out, but we've still got the penguin punch, so you could just buy the set and make your own penguins. So it had got the fox and the bear, and I just, as I say, cut these out, and the penguin, I just cut those out from the DSP, and I just did them a little bit different, but I thought I'd make a special one for the teacher. That Santa's hat is out of another set. Can't remember what that one's called now, but if you wanted to know, just message me and I will tell you. I'll look it up. So the 10 envelopes fit in the back neatly like that, and then that just closed over. And I thought, because it's children, I don't like using magnets when it's children, but if you were doing this for adults, of course you could use that for you can do the magnets for adults, which would be nicer than the Velcro, because in America they seem to have got some really slim Velcro dots. This is chunky Velcro really, but what I tend to do is just rip it apart so it's not so sticking on, and then just peel the back off. I'm going to stick it down in the center of that. Oops, stick it on the center there, peel this off, and then bring it over, get it in position where I want it, make sure it's level, and just press, undo it, and then just give that a really good press down, and that a really good press down, and there you've got that nice little box set. So as I say, the one I've done for the girl, I just put extra ribbon on this, so I just want to put my ribbon back up. Don't want to take it off and put it over the top because I've got to make it go over her handle. So I was thinking if I just do that, yep. So, and I've just tied a bow on there to make it really pretty. So I hope you like those. As I say, they'd be great for craft fairs that you could make. You can make them plain like that, or put the little handle on and that. So I hope you liked that. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay well. Bye for now.